I'm Webb. This is Phantom. You guys are watching Hillbilly Herpetology Rehouse Edition. So here we have Phantom. Phantom is a beautiful sand boa that right as I was moving, my little cousin got a hold of me and said, hey, you know, I'm real busy with school and everything. You want to take her? And I said, why, yes, I do want to take her. And so here we go. We got a sand boa now. Isn't she awesome? You guys get ready for a little bit of a room tour here. That's what we're doing today. Okay, so here we have our axolotl projects. We got them in a bigger tank now. I believe this is somewhere in the neighborhood of a 50-gallon. It could be 75. It's pretty big. So now the next part that I've been doing here is researching exactly how to stimulate their breeding, and I'm getting closer to that. I need to cool them down, which means I'm either going to have to get a chiller or use something they call the fan method, which is the cheaper way to do it, which is probably how we'll end up doing it. So we'll have a video coming out in the future on that. But our beautiful axolotls here, and okay, yeah, I don't. All right, and of course we have our fan favorites here. We have Butters and Toast. If you put Butters on Toast, you will get delicious breakfast. No, but we got the two ladies here. They've been enjoying their time together. Just see if I could get them in some better lighting here. Butters still is not like as bright as what I would want her to be. The purples aren't as bright. I think she's still somewhere in the middle of shed. And then you got Toasty, who's just, Toasty's just Toasty. She's a little dark for being Toast, but yeah, we've been doing well with them. We will be doing some breeding with these guys here very soon. Actually, cameraman's got to bring the male over to the house because somehow all I get are females. And if you look right over here, I don't know if the cameraman's going to be able to get this, but we will see. Can you see it through the plastic there? Mm-hmm. This is a Kilobrachys species king kraken, and they're fossorial. You usually do not see these things out and about. Here in the last month or two, this thing has been out a lot more often. And she is just making some webbing here. Usually you go to disturb the cage on these guys and they're just straight underground. So it's really cool to be able to feature that. And I'll go ahead and get this cage closed up back then. Now down here in the bottom of this, we have our big boy Malachi. He's over here on the side looking at me all cockeyed and dirty. But we've been working on him. We got the red light in here. I like to do the red light some days because I feel like he needs extra heat to digest, and I'm working on getting him to fatten up if I can. He's a horrible eater, so we don't know if we'll ever get there. And then I switch that in between this and a UVB mercury vapor bulb, so that way I know he's also getting UVB. So work in progress on his size. I know he would love to come out right now, but that kind of brings me into the next part of this video that I wanted to talk about here. So when you're moving, sometimes crazy things can happen, and I'm missing a 4-foot tegu in the house here somewhere. Billy Bob is here. You all have seen the videos in the past, like he's huge. I don't know how he's missing. Hoping that I find him. That's bad news, but we'll work on that. We got our window space over here where I'm going to be growing all of my lovely plants at. I've only got a little bit right now, but I'm going to work on getting more because I want to grow them to put them into the enclosures, so that way, like enclosures like this where we have our albino Pac-Man frog at, which I'm not going to dig him up. He's way down here in the dirt, but this is going to look really, really good with live natural plants instead of fake plants. So we're going to be working on that in the near future. Oh, another fun update here. We did the video with our incubator, and now we have crested gecko eggs. I'm not 100% sure on how viable that they're going to be because I didn't do things 100% right this time. I was in the middle of moving. We did not even know they were there. We literally started going through the dirt to move everything and found two sets. Two of them were slugs. So over here we do have the crested gecko project going on. Now, unfortunately, I lost 2 crested geckos during the move. Both of them died. I do not know exactly why those 2 and not any of the other ones. I'm glad it wasn't any of the other ones though. They were 2 of my females, so that blows. Hopefully those eggs hatch out and I can replace the 2 that I've lost with 2 more babies, I hope, because I like to keep the same amount that I have going. We have our California king snake. That's out and about right now here. Getting a little drink of water. I love how easy these guys are to take care of. We're gonna have to do a video on them sometime soon. I've had them for several months now. One of the easiest animals that I take care of. Of course, here we also have our strawberry jam. He's all in the corner. You know, I didn't know for sure if dragons, like little dragons like this, would do their own little kind of brumation thing, but I'm pretty sure that that's what he's doing right now. He stays over here in this corner where it's kind of cool, and every once in a while I'll see him get up and look at his food or maybe go over to his basking area, but for the most part he's just been hanging out, sleeping, and staying cool. So if we get to over here, we have more of our crested gecko project up here, but then all of these other enclosures from here down, these all are the remnants of my tarantula collection, as well as most all of them over there. I do have a container over here that has our frog in it, which we'll get to. Here, I still have not put her back yet. I had to get our Poecilotheria regalis out of her enclosure. I didn't like that enclosure for her so much anymore. It was hard to open up and shut. And then also, yeah, that was the main reason. So I took her out during the move, and I got to get her back in. I'm going to put her in one like this because I like how open it is. I like how I'll be able to see her better. It's bigger, which I think is going to be better for species, Poecilotheria species. Also, we can come over here. I've got more of the tarantulas over here. These are actually smaller krakens. Sometimes I'll open it and they'll be out. But yeah, you can see by the whole size there, probably about how big they are. They're about finger size there. And these are both younger of the bigger ones we had on camera here earlier. And so that's a breeding project waiting to happen. Down here we have still, we started this before the move. You can see we have a sperm web here from the male. This is where he's laid his sperm down and then picked it back up with his pedipalps. So now what we'll have going on here is hopefully some breeding. I've seen a little bit of breeding activity here and there. Hopefully I just see some eggs popping out here soon. But yeah, so I mean, this is the new animal room. I don't have a lot of extra space here, guys, but if I do decide to get some more animals, I have a whole room upstairs available to me that I could use. I'm at a point where I'm definitely keeping the YouTube going, but I'm also at a point where the amount of animals that I have right after this move is not a bad amount for me. It's not a bad amount for the channel. Like I'd say we've got close to 100-ish animals yet between the geckos and the tegus and the tarantulas and the frogs and the snakes. And then we also got the rodents and everything down there too. I forget if we got to do the baby degu video. Did we do a baby degu video?
I don't think so.
Magic, guys. I'm gonna go grab a baby. Okay, so here we have, oh, this is nuts. This is nuts. Here we have degu babies, and they're tiny. This one's a blue one. This one's like the mom is, a regular fawn color. So these guys have been cool. They're not as crazy as what their parents were to tame, but that's because I've been messing with them since they were teeny tiny. And so this is like close to a year of a breeding project that's paid off here. I didn't think they were gonna breed. We started off with 4 of them. Don't know what happened. I think it was because I had them close to rabbits, actually, at the end of the day. And rabbits carry a lot of diseases that barely affect them, but affect cabbies. And that's what these are. These are in the cabby species group. It's a family, so they're related to guinea pigs. You can call guinea pigs cabbies. They're related to capybaras. These are just tiny members of that family. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with these. I figured I'd make this part of the update here now that I'm all moved, and now that they're actually big enough to move around and they're not just boring bumps of flesh. So yeah, we'll get on with the video here. Alright, so thank you all for tuning into Hillbilly Herpetology this time. Like, subscribe, comment. Hope you guys like the new Hillbilly Herpetology house, and here soon we're going to be back with you.